Hello, my dear learners. Welcome back to online learning platform of Shri Baswa Public School. I hope you all are fine at home and doing well, not only well, excellently with your all activities of school. So now, today we are going to start another interesting chapter from your supplementary reader, An Alien Hand, and the chapter is fifth chapter, and the session is going to be based on part first, explanation and reading. So the chapter name is Golu Grows a Nose. Yes children, this chapter we are going to start in today's session. Golu Grows a Nose, written by Rudyard Kipling. The writer name is Rudyard Kipling. So let's start the session with a very interesting animated part of this chapter.
Golu grows a nose. This story tells us how the elephant got its trunk. Long ago, the elephant had a big protruding nose instead of a trunk. Golu was a baby elephant and a very curious one. He wanted to know why the ostrich could not fly like other birds. He was curious about why giraffes have spots on their skin. He asked the hippopotamus why his eyes were red. He also wanted to know why melons taste the way they do. None of the animals had answers to Golu's questions. They had no answers to his questions and called him naughty. One day, Golu asked the myna what crocodiles dine on. She told him to go to the grassy Limpopo River and find out for himself. Golu took lots of sugarcanes, bananas, and melons and set off for the Limpopo River. On the way, he met a python. He asked the python what a crocodile looked like because he had never seen a crocodile. The python uncoiled himself but did not say anything. Golu walked on until he finally reached the grassy Limpopo River. He saw a log of wood on the grassy river bank and asked the log whether it had seen a crocodile. But the log was actually the crocodile himself. The cunning crocodile told Golu that he was indeed a crocodile and asked Golu to come closer. Golu was frightened, but he went and sat on the grassy bank. He asked the crocodile what he had for dinner. The crocodile told Golu he would whisper the answer in his ear. When Golu put his head close to the crocodile's snout, the crocodile caught his nose. The python had been following Golu. He told Golu to pull hard, otherwise the crocodile would drag him into the river. Both Golu and the crocodile pulled as hard as they could. Golu's nose kept getting longer with the pulling. The python coiled himself around Golu's stomach and together they pulled very hard. When Golu finally managed to pull his nose free, it was 5 feet long. Golu's nose hurt badly. He wrapped a banana leaf around his nose and dipped it in the water. After 2 days, the pain in his nose reduced, but his nose did not shrink. When a fly stung Golu on his shoulder, he slapped it with his long nose, which was now a trunk. He plucked a big bundle of grass easily using his trunk and put it in his mouth after dusting it off. Next, he picked up some mud and splashed it on his head. The python helped Golu see the many benefits of having a trunk. Golu thanked the python and left to return to his family.
So I hope you understand and listen the video very carefully. Before starting the chapter reading as well as explanation of the first part, let me give you a brief idea of this chapter. This chapter talks about a baby elephant whose name is Golu, who has swelled or bulgy nose, okay, and not having trunk. So the elephant had many questions and queries of lots of issues. The baby elephant was very curious about the animals who lived with him in the forest. So he had been asking many questions to different animals about their presence, and he was addressing every animal very nicely. This animal is very cute and very kind of a childish baby. It is a baby elephant, so everybody loves him, everybody cares about him, but he has many questions which other animals were not able to answer him. So one day someone sent him to the crocodile, and he met for the first time face to face to the crocodile to ask a doubt, but unfortunately crocodile ditched him. Python came and helped him to save from crocodile's trick. After that, he grows a long and useful nose, which we call it now as trunk. So this is only the brief idea of the chapter. Let's start the reading of the first part. So here in today's session, we will see there was a time when the elephant had no trunk. Golu, a baby elephant with a bulgy nose, is full of questions. He goes to the Limpopo River to find out more about the crocodile's eating habits. So in today's session, these 3 points we are going to cover it about this story. Let's start the reading of the first stanza. Open your textbook and take the pencil to note down the difficult words. Meaning, long ago, the elephant had no trunk. He had only a bulgy nose, as big as a boot. He could wiggle it from side to side, but could not pick up things with it. There was a baby elephant called Golu. He too had no trunk but only a bulgy nose, as small boot. Golu was full of questions. He asked his tall aunt, the ostrich, "Why don't you ever fly like other birds?" So children, the story starts from the statement, long ago the elephant were not having the trunk. They were having only a bulgy nose, a swelled nose, a nose which is curved outwards. Okay, the meaning of the bulgy word meaning of the bulgy is swollen. Yes, WOLLEN, swollen. Okay, fat like a boot, they said here. So the meaning of the bulgy is swollen. And wiggle mean movement, move, side to side, moving. Okay, move, wiggle mean move. So children, in the first stanza the story, the writer Rudyard Kipling, he said that many years back, long ago, the elephants were not having the trunk. They were having only a bulgy nose which looks like a boot. So in the story, in the forest there was a baby elephant which is called as Golu, who was very small. He was having same bulgy nose which looks like a small boot, but he was full of questions, full of queries, like babies in our house, how they will ask many questions which we will be not able to answer them. So he was also having many questions. So he asked his question firstly to the tall aunt. As I said, he was addressing all animals very nicely. So to the ostrich he was calling as a tall aunt, okay, because the neck will be too long of ostrich. So he was addressing the ostrich as aunt, tall aunt. He asked to ostrich that you considered as bird, but why you don't fly, why don't you ever fly like other birds? But you considered as a bird, but you don't fly. Why? What is the reason why you don't fly like a other bird? Next, then he asked his tall uncle, the giraffe, "What makes your skin so spotty?" Sorry. He asked his huge uncle, the hippopotamus, "Why are your eyes always so red?" He asked his hairy uncle, the baboon, "Why do melons taste like melons?" The ostrich, the giraffe, the hippopotamus and the baboon had no answer to Golu's question. Golu is a naughty baby, they said. He asked such difficult questions. So not only he asked the question to the ostrich, tall aunt, when he asked the question to tall aunt, the ostrich was unable to answer that question. And next he asked another question to his tall uncle. Who is that uncle? Giraffe. Okay. So to giraffe he asked that, "Why do you have many spots on your skin?" Spots in a sense marks, spotty marks. Then again he asked another question to huge uncle, which is hippopotamus. Huge uncle in a sense, hippopotamus. "Why your eyes are always red. So red. Why your eyes always so red? He was also unable to answer the question. Then he asked another question to his hairy uncle. Who is that hairy uncle? Baboon. Yes. He asked another question to the baboon that baboon, it is a category of a monkey. You can see in the picture also. So he asked to the baboon that what was the question to ask baboon? Yeah, why do melons taste like melons? So the ostrich, giraffe, baboon, hippopotamus had no answer to Golu's question. They had no answers to answer the questions of Golu. And they said, you are a naughty boy, and he asked such difficult questions which we are unable to answer him. One day Golu met the Myna bird sitting in the middle of a bush. And he asked her, what does the crocodile have for dinner? The Myna said, go to the banks of the great grassy Limpopo river and find out. Golu went home. He took 100 sugar canes, 50 dozen bananas and 25 melons. Then he said to his family, goodbye. I am going to the great grassy Limpopo river. I will find out what the crocodile has for dinner. He had never seen a crocodile and did not know what one looked like. He met a python and asked him, have you ever seen a crocodile? What does he look like? What does he have for dinner? So children, after asking many questions to hippopotamus, baboon, ostrich and giraffe, he asked another question to Myna bird. One day he met Myna bird which was sitting on the middle of a bush. Okay, he asked him that to Myna that what does the crocodile eat or have for dinner? Then Myna replied, go and directly ask to crocodile itself. You can find him near the river of grassy Limpopo river, and you go directly and ask to him. You can find him at grassy Limpopo river, near grassy Limpopo river. Then Golu came back to the house and took some fruit, bananas and some food for him, which helps him on the way when he was going to meet crocodile. Okay, so he took 100 sugar canes and 50 dozen bananas and 25 melons with him, and then he said to his family that goodbye, I am going to the great grassy Limpopo river. I will find out what crocodile have for dinner. Okay, then he had never seen a crocodile, because for the first time he is going to meet crocodile and he never seen the crocodile. And somebody asked him that did not know what one looked like. Not somebody asked, and he also said that I am going to meet crocodile which I have never met in my life and I don't know how it looks. So after that, while going on the way, he met python and he asked him, have you ever seen a crocodile? Then what does he look like and what does he have for dinner? To python he asked. When he was going to Limpopo river, on the way he find python and he asked many questions to him also. Have you ever seen the crocodile, or how does it look and what does it have for dinner? The python uncoiled himself from the branch of a tree but said nothing. Golu politely helped him to coil around the branch again and said goodbye. So when he asked, python did not reply to his question, and here the difficult word uncoiled means rolled. It was hanging on a branch of a tree. When it was rolling then Golu, he did not reply for the Golu's question, but Golu helped him to coil around the branch again and said goodbye to the python from that place, and he continued his journey towards Limpopo river to find out what crocodile have for dinner. So this is the explanation of the first part. I hope you understand, children. The story starts from the Golu, a baby elephant which has a swollen nose and which is very naughty elephant, which has many queries about all animals, and he was keep asking questions to the other animals, and animals were unable to answer his question. One day he was having a doubt in his mind what crocodile eat for dinner. So in the search of his answer, he went to meet crocodile for the first time. On the way of his journey he met python, and he asked same question to python. Python was also unable to answer him. So after that, whether he meet crocodile or not, we will see in the next session. Thank you so much for watching this video.